All right, Luka, you have secured the ball for a do. Is that right? It took some fighting for it.
It took some time. The ref wouldn't give us the ball, so Giannis took it and gave us. So I respect to him.
All right, that was nice. So look, it's been a long trip. All right, this is a long game, long flight last night, third game in 4 nights. So where did you guys find the energy reserves to finish the trip like you wanted?
No, man. Everybody was tired. We came in like at 3 a.m. We played a lot of games. We played yesterday, so it was a long trip. But I mean, everybody played amazingly. The way we found energy, I told the guys, we gotta build on each other because I know everybody's tired. We came here to win.
Couple of key moments. You hit a couple of shots at the end of the third to stave off a Milwaukee run, and then as you're sitting in the fourth, Austin hits 3 threes. What did you make of those?
Yeah, I think those were the biggest shot of the game. They try and come back. They hit some threes, but me and they are, kind of responding in that way. So those were the 2 big moments in the game.
Considering just how many absences that you guys have had, to be 10-4 going home, and now you only have 1 game in the next 7 days, you feel like that's a pretty welcome rest here to get ready for the rest of the season?
I can't wait to go home. I'm tired. It feels like 1 year we've been on this road.
All right, go get some rest, Luka.
Thank you.
All right, Billy, back to you.
I mean, to a man. Oh, man. Everybody's been feeling the exact same way.
Is shooting just under 70% through his first dozen games. Last night, big man finished 10 for 11 from the field to become the first Laker to record a 20-plus points, 15-plus rebounds while shooting 90% from the field since Shaquille O'Neal against the Celtics in 2002. That is exactly what you just said in the last block. Correct, Big Game?
I saw it somewhere. I just couldn't get it at all. I know 90% was very efficient, but he's, some people like to say, oh, he's a big. He's got to be, nasty. He's got to go, he's not tough enough. Some guys just like to fit into a good system. And I think Ayton is one of those guys. He's a really good team player. He's efficient when the team is playing well. So, and I think he's back to a place, man, that's an ugly floor. He's back to the place where he's comfortable and with the team and how things are rolling. And I think, this is what we expect.
But what's weird, James, when you say bigs to be nasty? If you really think about it, there are no nasty bigs in the league anymore. It's 3.
Remember Jokic?
It's 3. Draymond Green is 1. He's not really a big, he's little. And the Detroit Pistons have 2 on their team. So that's it. Everybody else is like, they all want to shoot threes and fluff. You look across the street, the Clippers, Lopez, he's shooting 3. Zubac, he's not really that. Then you go over to San Antonio, you got their 7-8 guy, he's shooting threes. There are no nasty bigs, so Ayton fits right in. It's just they have to use him. They have to come out and say, okay, Luka, we know you the star. AR, we know you the second star because LeBron out. Let's establish a game on the inside. Why? Because most coaches, oh, crap, they're killing us on the inside. Let's not let that happen. And it's going to make it easier for you on the outside. But, oh, no, this game is played from the outside in, Allie. And so sometimes the poor big, like my main man, D.A., gets forgotten about.
Who's the nastiest big you play against, Rob? I know you played with Shaq. You played against him, too, so.
Yeah. Probably Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, Patrick
that whole Knicks lineup with,
Anthony Mason,
yeah.
Did you handle your own?
Of course, Allie, I dare you.
You had to think about it for a second.
I thought about you even asking me a question like that.
Okay. The efficiency, the activity, the production, the game, when you think about it tonight up against the front line, the size of the Milwaukee Bucks, how do you anticipate him continuing to be impactful?
I always think you have to play smart and, don't, overthink the game. And I think you always have to be in some type of attack mode when you're playing against, guys that are going to be coming at you with full force. He's got to be smart. He's got to take the shots that are high-quality shots, try to get to the line if possible. When you're playing against bigs, you try to get them in foul trouble early, try to get to the body. I don't know if that's his game or not, per se. And what he can't do is he can't be, too flippy around with a little soft. He's got to go in there and get tough, maybe stick one early, to let him know he's there. That's how you get to the line, too. So I think that's the key tonight for me.
Yeah. Didn't he play the Milwaukee Bucks in the finals? Mm-hmm. And didn't he have a good series against them? They just lost. But I'm saying, go back to that and think about, who was on that team only person still left on that Milwaukee team is
Giannis.
the Greek Freak. And so I think he's going to play with some determination and some fire because he knows Giannis. He knows how to score on him. So it's up to him. I know his main man is not playing tonight, Marcus Smart, and I think that's a big factor on how he plays because I love the connection those two have. So I'm really interested to see who's going to step in for Marcus Smart and light a fire on him, saying to go at Giannis and don't be afraid because, even though Giannis is a great athlete, he's not a great shot blocker. He's not one of those guys you really fear on the defense end as far as blocking shots. So I think this would be a good opportunity for him to establish himself in the post and get Giannis try to get Giannis in foul trouble.
I agree.
If he guards him.
I agree. I mean, Giannis, he's a nice guy, but he has this intimidation factor he tries to, get the referees on his side. He's always a good spokesman, but you have to try to go at his body early and establish, sometimes, when you're on defense, just a little bump, let him know you're there and don't give him the position he wants, but if he gets a rebound and when he's on the fast break, that's when the team is going to have to really collectively slow him down because he can hurt you on a fast break situation.
He gets 10 steps going in to grab it.
Yes, he does.
Just kidding. Luka Doncic is averaging nearly 34 points a night this season. That might go up tonight. He dropped 45 on the Bucks, 29, 10 boards, 5 dimes in the team's overtime win over the Hornets Friday night.
That's a lot of tats, Allie.
It is. I think he's added something since he's left
That's what I'm saying.
LA. 2 games ago, he went into the starting lineup. Big game. This is his best game as a Buck in terms of points. He was excited about the 4 steals he had as well. But he's great off the ball with Giannis on the floor. Got to be ready.
Yeah. Kuz has established himself as a professional player that he can fit in. He can fit in and be a nice piece, whether he's starting or whether he's coming off the bench. So, he can score. He's getting more experience each year, learning how to play the game, learning how to prepare for the game, and he's in a good place. And so I like his his progress. DC was it was what it was, and he does have that fashion statement though. That's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puff sometime when he comes out with some of that stuff, but all good. As long as he can drop 29. I'm all right.
Is that a watch? A real watch?
Ain't no telling.
Probably a gold watch too, man.
I doubt it. I thought most guys wear their watches on the right arm. Left arm, right?
Yeah.
That's on his right. Ain't no telling what that is.
Kuz is
He's a little different.
He might be getting paid or whatever.
He's a little different. He probably is. You know him. He's maximizing his notoriety as best as he can. But I also would think with Kuz is probably to me in the right position in Milwaukee because now with the addition of Miles Turner, because you look at the way Kuz is playing from them this year compared to last year, it's totally different. I think when you look at him in the lineup, that's who Kuz is. He's a start guy. He's not a bench guy. There's certain guys in this league that can come off the bench and start, but I don't think Kuz is a bench guy. I think he's a starter. I think it's the perfect place for him. He can play off Giannis. He can play off Miles Turner. He can do pretty much whatever he wants out there. So I think it works out great for him.
He, along with most of the guys that the Bucks have on their roster, they surrounded Giannis with shooting. They have the second highest 3-point field goal percentage in the league. You see the numbers right here, just behind that of the Houston Rockets. Big Game, how tough is it? What's the challenge when your offense is that dynamic and everyone on the floor can shoot it?
Well, it puts a lot of pressure on your defense, especially when you have a Giannis who can, get to the paint, guys who can break down and collapse defenses, and they're disciplined. I think that's the key. Milwaukee's a disciplined team. They get to their spots and they're very patient, and they trust that the offense is going to fulfill what it's running. So, yeah, when you leave that space open and you have someone who can, break the defense down, and you got guys who are ready to shoot and who are good shooters, then that makes for a difficult defensive assignment.
Yeah, I think one of the things about when you have guys like this, so many times you have a guy like Giannis that you focus on, you help with a little too much. And when you have bigs like we have, I might, with the lineup the Bucks play, I might go with a big lineup myself. Mm-hmm. That way you don't have to help that much. You can stay home on the shooters. But it's going to be really interesting how, since Rui's out, on how we play this team.
And Marcus.
Because outside of Rui, after Rui, they're short.
Yeah.
You know, I know we got Jackson Hayes.
Vanderbilt would try to play something.
Yeah. So, but we lose a lot of sides with Rui not playing in this game.